Alright, hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today, my name is Chris, and today we're going to be going over the SB360 Capital Partners LLC liquidation sales as of Monday, April 29th, 2024. So we have Old Time Pottery. These are the following stores that are closing. The Old Time Pottery store in Foley, Alabama. The Old Time Pottery in Pelham, Alabama, the Old Time Pottery in Fort Myers, Florida, the Old Time Pottery in Melbourne, Florida, the Old Time Pottery in Newport Richey, Florida, the Old Time Pottery in Orange Park, Florida, the Old Time Pottery in Pensacola, Florida, the Old Time Pottery in Tamarack, Florida, the Old Time Pottery in Tampa, Florida, the Old Time Pottery in Kansas City, Missouri, the Old Time Pottery in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and the Old Time Pottery in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. For Rite Aid, we have a lot of locations, so brace yourselves. So we have the Rite Aid store in Bellflower, California, the Rite Aid store in Cypress, California, the Rite Aid store in Elk Grove, California, the Rite Aid store in Encinitas, California, the Rite Aid store in Gardena, California, the Rite Aid store in Hanford, California, the Rite Aid store in La Habra, California, the Rite Aid store in Lake Eslon, California, the Rite Aid store in Lemon Grove, California, two Rite Aid stores in Los Angeles, California, the Rite Aid store in Moore Park, California, the Rite Aid store in Nevada, California, the Rite Aid store in Orange, California, the Rite Aid store in Palmdale, California, the Rite Aid store in Sacramento, California, the Rite Aid store in San Fernandino, California, the Rite Aid store in San Jose, California, the Rite Aid store in Union City, California, the Rite Aid store in Venice, California, the Rite Aid store in Winchester, California, the Rite Aid store in Falls River, Massachusetts, the Rite Aid store in Westminster, Massachusetts, the Rite Aid store in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the Rite Aid store in Novi, Michigan, the Rite Aid store in Sterling Heights, Michigan, the Rite Aid store in Barnegat, New Jersey, the Rite Aid store in Berlin, New Jersey, the Rite Aid store in Hackensack, New Jersey, the Rite Aid store in Lake Huicha, New Jersey, the Rite Aid store in Marlton, New Jersey, the Rite Aid store in Pennsauken, New Jersey, the Rite Aid store in Slickerville, New Jersey, and the Rite Aid store in Toms River, New Jersey, the Rite Aid store in Amherst, New York, the Rite Aid store in Brentwood, New York, the Rite Aid store in the Bronx, New York, the Rite Aid store in Brooklyn, New York, the Rite Aid store in Buffalo, New York, the Rite Aid store in East Meadow, New York, the Rite Aid store in Flushing, New York, the Rite Aid store in Huntington Station, New York, the Rite Aid store in Lake Ronkonkoma, New York, the Rite Aid store in Lockport, New York, the Rite Aid store in Long Beach, New York, the Rite Aid store in Queens Village, New York, the Rite Aid store in Rego Park, New York, the Rite Aid store in Saratoga Springs, New York, the Rite Aid store in Staten Island, New York, the Rite Aid store in Wandana, New York, the Rite Aid store in Canton, Ohio, the Rite Aid store in Dayton, Ohio, the Rite Aid store in Lakewood, Ohio, the Rite Aid store in Massillon, Ohio, the Rite Aid store in Toledo, Ohio, the Rite Aid store in Warren, Ohio, the Rite Aid store in Waverly, Ohio, the Rite Aid store in Allentown, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Exton, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Glen Nolden, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Kent Square, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Media, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Morrisville, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, and a total of seven Rite Aid stores in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, one Rite Aid store in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in St. College, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Steelton, Pennsylvania, the Rite Aid store in Wayne, Pennsylvania, and the Rite Aid store in York, Pennsylvania. We also have the Rite Aid store in Richmond, Virginia, the Rite Aid, and two Rite Aid stores in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Mostly Rite Aid stores in Pennsylvania, by the way. And JCPenney store closings. These stores will be wrapping up liquidation sales this Sunday, actually. The JCPenney store at Pear Tree Center in Ukiah, California. The JCPenney store at the Crystal Mall in Waterford, Connecticut. And finally, the JCPenney store at the Shenango Valley Mall in Hermitage, Pennsylvania. Additional SB360 Capital Partners LLC liquidations come from some grocery stores. One's located at 24 Fort Eddy Road in Concord, New Hampshire, and then another one is at 375 South Willow Street, Manchester, New Hampshire. The lots will be closing Tuesday, May 7th, 2024 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then there are also additional grocery equipment. That's the store located at 2552 Folk Road in Wilmington, Delaware. Those lots will be closing tomorrow at 1 p.m., so you might want to bid as soon as possible. And then iDesk Furniture, obviously, that they've just been running this liquidation now for a couple of months now. So, again, these are all of the SB360 Capital Partners LLC liquidation sales as of Monday, April 29th, 2024. So I'm going to put the link in the description below. You guys can click on the link and see the liquidations of the particular stores that are currently liquidating. Unfortunately, this will most likely be updated tomorrow, as there'll probably very likely be another round of Rite Aid store closing, so I'll have to do another SB360 Capital Partners LLC liquidation update next week. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Link to the SB360 Capital Partners LLC website will be in the link in the description below. And that will be it.